everybody's situation is different. You need to talk to your accountant and your attorney about the best legal structure for you. And it all depends, again, on where you are, where the assets are, what state you live in, those types of things. The assets generally will be put into an entity in and of itself. And most lenders are going to want that local to where they are. So if you buy an asset in California, then generally the lenders are going to want you to set up an LLC in California that owns that asset. And then you will have members in that. You'll have your general partners who are going to be the sponsors of the deal, and you'll have your limited partners who could be investors. So a lot of different, things there in terms of structures and how to operate and what to do and, things like that. And then you have an operating entity that's going to manage all the investments, developments, that kind of thing. So that's a different entity that becomes the general partner in your local investments. So that's a complicated question that has a lot of factors and variables. So that's something that needs to be discussed with, your legal team. Overestimating, things and underestimating things, overestimating income and values, underestimating expenses and roadblocks to drive value on properties, overestimating and underestimating market conditions, things like that. So, those are the biggest mistakes people make. Everybody gets, sometimes too focused on the end game and the ultimate goal, and they lose sight of what's in front of them right now in terms of, what they should be paying, how to turn the asset around, those types of things, not having enough reserves, not, planning for emergencies, things like that. And, it just boils down to you don't know what you don't know. They just need to understand what they're getting into, and what the end game is, because, generally you don't want to buy land until you get approved for what it is you want to do. So it just depends on what your end goal is, what you think you can do with the property. And, if you're going to buy it and hold on to it, you need to make sure you're okay with it as is, whatever the use is currently, that you're okay with that. But you never want to buy anything until you know what you can do with it and you get all your approvals. Number one thing you should look at. So that's the first thing I have everybody do that I work with is, if they don't have one, an office manager / bookkeeper / marketing assistant / administrator / So you want somebody to take all of that administrative junk off your plate so that you can focus on the most important thing in entrepreneurship, which is generating revenue. So whatever those revenue generating functions are in your business, if you're the one doing it, you need to be focused 100% on that, and then hire everything else out or sub everything else out so that you can grow and scale and focus on your strengths. Again, focus on your strengths, hire out, subcontract out, partner out your weaknesses so that you can grow and scale, the sweet spot. You should always want to get with people that are where you want to be ultimately, so that you can grow. So, if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to be in a different room. So you always want to find people that'll push you, that'll, that know what you don't, that can take you to the next level and that kind of thing. So, and then, there's times to, network with your peers and give back as well. But for your own personal growth, you always want to be where the next level is for you. So gregdickerson.com, all my information is there. And I've got a YouTube channel, podcast, LinkedIn, Facebook, it's all there. So gregdickerson.com. So be a seeker of wisdom, seek first to understand and figure out how you can serve others. The bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity.